Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the shadowy world of espionage to uncover the stories of 7 legendary spies who changed the course of history. In the tangled webs of intrigue and deception, these individuals operated with nerves of steel, risking everything for their countries, their causes, or sometimes for reasons less clear. Their motivations were as complex as the codes they cracked, driven by patriotism, ideology, or even a thirst for adventure. Join me as we journey across continents and delve into the hidden lives of these remarkable figures, exploring the perilous missions they undertook and the lasting impact they had on the world stage.
The stage lights illuminate a figure of exotic beauty, her movements captivating audiences across Europe. This was Mata Hari, not just a dancer, but a woman who would become synonymous with espionage itself. Born Margaretha Zeller in the Netherlands, she reinvented herself as Mata Hari, an alluring persona that granted her access to the highest circles of society. In the midst of the Great War, a time of upheaval and suspicion, her international lifestyle drew attention. Recruited by the Germans, she embarked on a dangerous double life, passing information while maintaining her glamorous facade. The life of a double agent is fraught with risk. Every encounter, every communication could be a trap, leading to exposure and betrayal. Her trial became a sensation, a public spectacle that captivated and polarized a world hungry for heroes and villains. Found guilty, she met her end with a stoicism that has become legend. Mata Hari's story, a tale of intrigue, seduction, and ultimately tragedy, continues to fascinate us today.
The Cold War, a global chess match played in the shadows. In this high-stakes game, trust was a precious commodity, and betrayal cut deep. At the heart of this clandestine struggle was Aldrich Ames, a man who would come to embody the ultimate betrayal. A CIA officer entrusted with America's secrets, Ames became disillusioned, his loyalty shifting to the enemy. Driven by greed and resentment, he embarked on a treacherous path, selling classified information to the Soviet Union. The damage inflicted was catastrophic. Identities of American assets were compromised, operations blown apart, lives lost. Ames's treachery sent shockwaves through the intelligence community, forcing a reassessment of their methods and a hunt for the mole within. The investigation was painstaking, a race against time to uncover the source of the leaks. Suspicions fell on colleagues, friends, even family members, as the CIA grappled with the reality of a traitor in their midst. Finally, the net closed in on Ames. His lavish lifestyle, incongruous with his government salary, raised red flags. Undercover surveillance revealed his clandestine meetings with Soviet handlers. Ames was arrested, his betrayal laid bare for the world to see.
Cambridge University, a breeding ground for brilliant minds, but beneath the veneer of academia, a secret network operated. It was here that Kim Philby, a charming and intelligent young man, was recruited into the world of espionage. Philby was different. He wasn't motivated by money or ideology alone. He was a true believer, seduced by the communist ideals that clashed with his privileged upbringing. He rose quickly through the ranks of British intelligence, his true allegiance deeply concealed. He provided a steady stream of classified information to his Soviet handlers, becoming one of the most damaging double agents in history. His position within MI6 gave him access to the inner workings of Western intelligence, secrets he willingly betrayed. Philby's betrayal had far-reaching consequences. Operations were compromised, agents exposed, and the delicate balance of power during the Cold War was threatened. Suspicions arose, whispers of a mole within the intelligence community. Philby's carefully constructed facade began to crumble, his every move scrutinized. In a daring escape aided by his Soviet handlers, Philby slipped out of reach, defecting to Moscow and leaving a trail of betrayal in his wake. He lived out his days in the Soviet Union, a Cold War relic, his legacy forever tainted by his actions. In the heart of Tokyo, as the world teetered on the brink of war, a German journalist moved among the elite, his true allegiance a closely guarded secret.
This was Richard Sorge, a Soviet spy operating at the highest levels of the Nazi regime.
Sorge's cover was impeccable. He was a trusted confidant to German diplomats, privy to their secrets and plans. His network of informants stretched deep within Japanese society, providing him with a unique perspective on the shifting alliances of the time.
His intelligence was invaluable, providing Stalin with critical information about Nazi Germany's intentions, including the date of the planned invasion of the Soviet Union. In a world on the edge of chaos, Sorge's reports were a lifeline for Stalin, a window into the enemy's mind.
But espionage is a dangerous game, and Sorge's network was not immune to suspicion. The Japanese secret police, ever vigilant, began to close in. Despite the risks, Sorge continued to transmit vital intelligence, his loyalty to the Soviet Union unwavering.
His warnings about the German invasion, though initially disbelieved, proved to be tragically accurate.
The Japanese authorities, piecing together the puzzle, finally apprehended Sorge and his network. Despite brutal interrogation, Sorge refused to betray his comrades or his mission.
As Nazi Germany tightened its grip on Europe, a spirit of resistance flickered in the shadows. In occupied France, a formidable figure emerged, a woman of extraordinary courage and cunning, known as Nancy Wake. Born in Australia, I had witnessed firsthand the horrors of war. Driven by a deep sense of justice and a fierce determination to fight tyranny, I joined the French resistance. My natural leadership and ability to evade capture earned me the nickname the White Mouse from the Gestapo, who placed a bounty on my head. I orchestrated daring sabotage missions, disrupted enemy supply lines, and helped countless Allied airmen evade capture. My courage inspired those around me. I faced danger head-on, my resolve never wavering, even when confronted with unimaginable brutality. My ability to blend in, to move through enemy territory undetected, was crucial to my success. I coordinated drops of weapons and supplies, providing vital support to the resistance fighters operating in the field. My actions had a direct impact on the war effort, disrupting the Nazi war machine and bolstering the morale of those fighting for freedom.
The Cold War reached its peak, the world holding its breath as the US and Soviet Union stood on the brink of nuclear war. During this time, Soviet GRU Colonel Oleg Penkovsky made a fateful decision. Disillusioned with the Soviet regime, he decided to act. Risking everything, he became a double agent, providing vital intelligence to the West. His goal was clear: to prevent a nuclear holocaust. Penkovsky's information was invaluable. He provided details about Soviet missile capabilities and their deployment in Cuba. This intelligence was crucial during the Cuban Missile Crisis, helping President Kennedy force a de-escalation. Penkovsky's actions came at a great personal cost. He knew the risks, the threat of exposure and brutal punishment if caught. Soviet authorities closed in, and Penkovsky's fate was sealed. He was arrested, charged with treason, and executed.
In the annals of World War II espionage, one name stands out for its sheer audacity and unwavering courage: Virginia Hall, a young American woman who became one of the most effective spies of the war. But my path to becoming a spy was anything but ordinary. I had dreamt of a career in the Foreign Service, but a hunting accident left me with a prosthetic leg, ending my aspirations. Undeterred, I volunteered for the British Special Operations Executive, my determination to fight for freedom stronger than ever. I was sent to occupied France, a dangerous assignment made even more challenging by my disability. Nicknamed Marie and Diane by the resistance fighters I worked with, I blended in, my limp becoming a mark of defiance rather than a hindrance. I established resistance networks, supplied weapons, and gathered vital intelligence on German troop movements. My ability to evade capture, despite being a prime target of the Gestapo, was legendary. I was resourceful, fearless, and utterly dedicated to the cause. My actions had a direct impact on the war effort, disrupting the Nazi war machine and bolstering the morale of those fighting for freedom. I defied expectations, challenged limitations, and risked everything to fight for freedom, proving that courage and determination know no bounds.
The world of espionage is one of secrets and shadows, of daring missions and unimaginable risks. The 7 individuals we've explored today represent a fraction of those who have operated in this clandestine realm. Their stories a testament to the human capacity for both great courage and devastating betrayal. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about these incredible spies, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating historical stories.